Assalamu alaikum everybody. Bonjour and hello. Wednesday, June 24th, 25 in Aleppo. It's 10 minutes before 10 a.m. I am standing in front of the Islamic Citadel, which goes back as the 10th century, actually. The reason for today's visit is I remember talking about Prophet Ibrahim's journey from Ur, Iraq, his, motherland, to Hebron. And this is the spot where he stopped, actually, this city, before going to Hebron. Some traditions say he stayed here for 5, 6, 7 years. Allah knows best. This citadel was built during the Hamdani dynasty. So you will see many, and from then on, many civilization came and built on top of the previous ones. So it's interesting. I'll be seeing the architecture through various dynasties in this compound. Before I take you through the citadel, I'm just going to take a quick capture of the surroundings. So the ruins, it's pretty much everywhere around the citadel. I've driven through and it's ruins caused by the civil war, the earthquake, etc. But you know what? Chin up, these Syrians. That's what their approach is, and we can learn a lot from them. They've started rebuilding the city, and now with the current socio-political situation, they're very hopeful, very positive. ये इस्लामिक सिटाडेल है अलेप्पो शहर में. अलेप्पो शहर से थोड़े से फासले पर है, यानी कि आउटस्कर्ट्स में, सबर्ब्स में. ये 10th सेंचुरी में बिल्ड हुआ था. इससे पहले भी यहाँ एक आर्टिफिशियल सी ये जो हिल है, इसके ऊपर लोगों के घर होते थे, झोंपड़ियाँ होती थीं. फिर ये हमदानी डायनेस्टी में जब ये बनाए एक प्रॉपर सिटाडेल, तो वो एक सिविलाइजेशन के ऊपर ही उन्होंने बिल्ड करना शुरू कर दिया. इसकी वजह से अंदर डिफरेंट हमें आर्किटेक्चरल वर्क नज़र आएगा. चलिए अंदर चलते हैं. So we go up the stairs through the main entrance. Currently the citadel is going through restoration. The entire city is, for that matter. No, the entire country is. So they do not necessarily allow tourists to enter without a tour guide. So those who are planning to come here, please be aware of that. Aleppo is the second largest city of Syria, with roughly 4 million people. Situated very, very close to the Turkish border. Alright, let's walk. One thing I would like to mention here, these narrow slits here were basically used by soldiers to throw arrows onto the enemies. And what you see right at the top there are 3 of them. No, more than that actually. That was to throw burning oil onto the enemy here. Alright, so as we enter, we'll see a zigzag kind of a structure just to slow down the speed of the enemy who is riding, coming on horses. Oh, it's dark. Okay. So through the various gates, zigzag, not to mention the complete darkness, and I almost fell a few times. I made it here through the Happy Inside Line gate, because there are two lines on either side of the gate. One is smiling, one is crying. They both look the same to me personally, but oh well. The Citadel, despite being a military camp structure, does not necessarily qualify as a military site. So as I was saying, it's not a typical military site because it has its own little town, its own little city up here to protect the people of Aleppo who live in the village down the hill in case they're attacked, so they can just come up here and take refuge. This citadel has 2 mosques, 2 baths, and quarters for, of course, the soldiers. As I was saying earlier during in the video, this is up at the hill is where Prophet Abraham came and stayed for 5, 6, or 7 years before heading to Hebron with his son Ishaq alayhi salam and his wife Sarah. He used to provide milk for all the caravans who would go from here to different areas. This is the back of that mosque, or the house where Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam stayed, lived with his family. It's been converted into a mosque now. The doors are locked, so I'm still trying to see if I can somehow enter and find somebody who can unlock the door for us. ये वो जगह है जहाँ हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम रहते थे अपनी ज़ौजा बीबी सारा अपने बेटे हज़रत इसहाक़ अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ हेब्रोन जाने से पहले यहाँ कुछ क्या उन्होंने 5, 6 या 7 साल, और इस अलेप्पो शहर का नाम ही इस वजह से पड़ा कि यहाँ जब हज़रत इब्राहीम रहते थे, जितने भी कारावान आते जाते थे गुज़रते थे उनको अपनी बकरियों का दूध पिलाते थे. अलेप दूध, हलीब दूध, हेंस अलेप्पो टुडे. दरवाजे हर तरफ से लॉक्ड हैं इस मस्जिद के, लेकिन वो मिन्नत मजाजी करते हैं ज़रा, क्या पता कोई रहम खा ले इस ना चीज़ पे और हमें अंदर जाने दे. आइए मैं आपको सामने से दिखाऊं.
If you just wait for
मस्जिद नूरुद्दीन के नाम से है ये. And this is the mosque or the house of my Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. ये वो मस्जिद है जो अब मस्जिद बन गई है, लेकिन ये वो जगह है जहाँ हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम रुके थे इस घर में, और बीबी सारा और हज़रत इसहाक़ अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ 6-7 साल रहे हेब्रोन जाने से पहले. दरवाज़ा लॉक्ड है. आई हैव बेग्ड माई टूरिस्ट गाइड टू गो ग्रैब द कीज़ फ्रॉम समवन, एनीवन, जो थोड़ी देर के लिए हमें अंदर जाने दें. सोचें, इमेजिन करें ये वही गलियां जिनमें बेबी इसहाक अलैहिस्सलाम भागते होंगे, दौड़ते होंगे, खेलते होंगे। बीबी सारा चलती होंगी इन गलियों में, और हमारे प्यारे नबी इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम। It's a very, very emotional time. We finally were able to find someone. We waited for what, maybe half an hour? Seems like an eternity though. You can't hear, but my heart is beating so fast with excitement, with love. Thank you. That's okay. And assalamu alaikum. I'm entering in Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam's house. Oh my God. That's the court, yard. ये मेरे प्यारे नबी इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम का घर है। देखिए, कंफर्म्ड कुछ चीज़ नहीं है। ट्रेडिशन पढ़ा, जो थोड़े बहुत स्क्रिप्चर्स पढ़े हैं, बुक्स पढ़ी हैं, हिस्टोरियंस की पढ़ी हैं, इंडिकेशन मिलता है। ठीक है जी, एंड दैट्स good enough reason for people, crazy people like me, to travel into a country in the middle of a war zone and make this come true. So this, which is now a mosque, used to be the spot, allegedly, where Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam's stayed. And of course, the level is no longer the same as it was some 5,000 years ago. It's been raised, but it's been built on top of it. It's the mimbar. Subhanallah. This is where, Allah knows, where did Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam slept at night? Maybe there, maybe there. Where did Ishaq alayhi salam sleep or play, or where did Bibi Sarah cooked the daily meals? Maybe there in that corner, or maybe outside in the courtyard. Allah knows best, but I am standing where some 5,000 years ago my Prophet Ibrahim stood. And that is the reason why I traveled all the way to Aleppo to come here, to be able to see this courtyard where they played, they cooked food, washed their clothes, did their laundry. ये जो मस्जिद बन गई है, कहा जाता है कि ये ट्रेडिशंस, लोकल ट्रेडिशंस के मुताबिक ये वो घर है जहाँ हज़रत इब्राहीम अलैहिस्सलाम, बीबी सारा और इसहाक अलैहिस्सलाम के साथ आके ठहरे थे 6-7 साल पहले, हेब्रॉन जाने से पहले। ज़ाहिर बात है ये लेवल वो नहीं है, उससे कहीं ऊंची उन्होंने बिल्ड किया है, लेकिन निशानी के तौर पे ये जगह उन्होंने आज वो बना दी है। अलेप्पो आने का मेरा मकसद आज पूरा हो गया। चलें जी, इजाज़त दें। Time for my one-on-one with this place, and I will see you in Damascus, as that's where I'm headed this afternoon, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.